How's it going, guys? My name's Andy from Urban Herbs, and over the last few weeks we've been asking you guys for questions that you'd like us to answer, subjects you'd like us to talk about on this YouTube channel. We asked for questions about growing herbs, but also, perhaps more importantly, about working in horticulture, about how we got into doing what we are now doing. We know that so many of you are interested in getting into horticulture as a career. You're maybe thinking about how to do it and whether you should do it. So that's something we're going to be talking about over the next few weeks. And today's question comes from Diary of a Lady Gardener on Instagram. And she asked us, how do we manage the work-life balance when you work in horticulture? It's a really, really good question. And when we have a solution to that question, we'll let you know. All I can say to you is that this is the best job in the world. This really is the most amazing job that I can say, in a really heartfelt way, gives me back so much more than it ever takes. Mind you, it does take quite a bit. It's a hard job at times. It's a job that demands that you go outside, you work in all weathers. And sometimes things don't go to plan. And when things don't go to plan, that's usually where your work-life balance starts to suffer a little bit. Through no fault of your own, maybe there's bad weather, that means that you have to work a bit longer, a bit harder. And I think that is the difficulty in what I do, or I should say the challenge in terms of managing the work-life balance. Sometimes things happen that's beyond your control. Now, one thing that I can always predict when it comes to work-life balance is that you do have these seasonal peaks. Now, I'm talking to you on the 5th of January 2022, when we're doing all the preparation for a really, really busy spring season. We know that that busyness is coming, but there's nothing that we can do to relieve that workload before it arrives. We know that it's going to be really, really manic in those busy spring weeks. During those busy spring periods, you do lose all sense of work-life balance. And my own personal perspective is that that's kind of how it has to be. That's how it should be. If you're working hard in a seasonal business, you have to make sacrifices. You know, I get a bit of time off during the winter months. The trade-off is I have to work doubly hard during the busy spring months. So as a business, we do all of our work in the second quarter of the year. That's when it's really, really busy. The other thing that I would add when talking about work-life balance in horticulture is that it's really, really important to actually take the downtime when you can, to go out to experience new things and get inspiration. Because all too often, I think I have encountered people that work hard and they'll glorify the fact they never have a day off. And whereas I admire the work ethic, I think it's quite short-term thinking, because ultimately you're going to lose that passion for what you do. You're going to stop going out and looking for new ways of doing things, finding new ways to spread the word about this beautiful, beautiful lifestyle that we're involved in. So it's not just important to actually try and gain that work-life balance when you can. It's vital. It's so important to try and get that downtime to recharge your batteries so that you can work hard during those peak periods, but also, and more importantly, gain that inspiration. That is really, really important. Diary of a Lady Gardener, thank you so much for that brilliant question. And to anybody watching this video, I'll put a link in the description to Diary of a Lady Gardener's podcast, because she's got a fantastic podcast where she shares her joy of growing. I think you guys will really, really like it. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. My name's Andy from Urban Herbs. Until next time, see you later.